friends, I'm here. It took me a few moments to set up my live. I don't know what I was doing differently, but here I am in my comfy rocking chair to have a bit of a chat with you today. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking here so that I'm looking at you and not just at whatever else I'm searching for, I suppose. How are you doing? It's Thursday afternoon here, 10 to 4 in the afternoon, precisely. Standard time on Hamilton Mountain. I'm going to just check. It's dark, but it's not doing anything. It's one of those kinds of days where nothing is falling into place, or it feels like nothing is falling into place. So, this is what happened yesterday. I went to, so I'm going to give you a bit of a background, and then we'll get into more of a chat. But I went to my normal Bible study, easy peasy, and then Nick and I came home, and what did we do? Yeah, we had a bit of a lunch, and then I had to take him out to his writers group out at the library. And connected with the library is the Y, where I have a membership to swim. So I dropped him off, I parked, I sat, I did an Instagram live, and I was trying to talk myself in and out of going for a swim. So I finally did go in. I didn't swim a lot, but I was in the water, I was in the hot tub, even went in the steam room, woohoo, and then came back out to the car to wait for his course to be finished. And I did watch / listen to a couple of YouTubes, and then came home, made supper, just the regular normal stuff. But in between all of this, I didn't pick up a spindle. I didn't pick up my knitting. I don't know what's going on. It's just not normal for me. I did manage to unload the dishwasher, which is a good thing after supper. And I started to load it up again. But the days seem to kind of whisk by. There's a couple of things happening in the background around me that I have no control over, and yet are causing me distress or stress. Have you ever felt that? That even though it's not about you, it feels like it's about you. Things aren't happening, things aren't getting done, things aren't progressing, and I have no control. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. And it's taking away from my overall creativity. It's taking away from part of my spiritual practice, which is the spinning and the meditating. And I just want to sleep. So not necessarily a good thing, right? So I'll show you what I'm working on. Still, my work in progress is my sock. See, my sock. And I did get a little bit done since I talked to you last week. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, and it was all fine and good. But yesterday, I don't remember even if I did one row. I don't think so. So I'm going to sit here and knit while we chat. I have my coffee beside me, but I have a feeling it's cold. So in one of my favorite Alaska mugs, and it's Dewey Egbert instant and cold, but tasty. So I'm still enjoying it. So how about you pick up your favorite beverage and whatever craft you're working on and just spend a few minutes with me. You can chat with me. We can come up with ways to fix the whole world. Possible? I don't know. I would love it if all of us creators could get together and we create a plan to fix everything that's wrong in the world. Do you think that could happen? I don't think so. So I've been challenged to do 100 days of live video, which I've done. I'm working through on Instagram. I do an Instagram post once a day, and I'm like 34 days in right now. So I'm a third of the way there, which is kind of good. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm also encouraged to start a newsletter. But what do I put in the newsletter? So I'm trying to create a small business that will give me, and this is just a selfish plug, but will give me some added income when I retire in 5 years. Because that's going to happen. It will. And I can't wait until the day before I retire to figure out how I'm going to do that. So I've been brainstorming. I did some mind mapping today, brainstorming, just trying to connect those dots. And I know what I want to do in the next few weeks before the end of the year. I do want to create a newsletter. I have a pattern for a mitten that I would like to offer for free. So it's a color work mitten. It's very simple. With basic instructions and a graph. So that's on the list to write up and have ready. The graph is ready. I just need the written pattern now. And the newsletter. So when you sign up for the newsletter, if you want it, you can download this free pattern. And I'm also speaking with my friend and creator Tracy over at the Passionate Spinner on Instagram and YouTube, and I think she just agreed to allow me to promote her products in my newsletter, and I have already been doing that here on YouTube because I like her designs. They're easy to follow patterns, and if I can't follow them, she's right there to help me figure it out. So that will be part of the newsletter, a new favorite pattern, an old favorite pattern, whatever, and a link, possibly to some free ones, possibly to some paid ones. I'm not creating any patterns that people will pay for. I'm not there, and I'm not sure how I'd go about that. So if you've got ideas, you can let me know. Let me think. The goal is to finish this sock by the 1st of December. So I've got a few days more than a week to do that. And of course, we get to the 1st of December. And one of those rare occasions where December 1 is also Advent 1. So for the first time in a while, they land on the same day. So all of you that have Advent calendars, I just messed up a stitch. All of you who have Advent calendars, December 1st and Advent are the same, which is wonderful. And I purchased a Christmas cactus, a small one, and a small, really deep red poinsettia. And I'll be sharing pictures of those in the next few weeks, next few days even. Did that the other day just to kind of spruce up the color that's in here. Although outside my window, which I showed a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, my geranium is still blooming, and it's red and it's beautiful. It's almost prettier than it was all summer. So I'm trying to decide, should I bring it in? Because I know some people overwinter them inside. Some people take them out of the earth and dry them and then repot them in the spring, and they're ready to go. I also have, this is kind of random too, Val, an amaryllis that I moved from the window where I left it to kind of wilt over summer. And I noticed it was growing, so I brought it in to our living space, and Like, jeepers, is this, yeah, you can't see it, that high already. So it's doing well. I don't see a blossom spike on it yet, although the person at the greenhouse said it probably will, because they're pretty easy to manage. I'm very excited about that. I really enjoyed watching that grow last year. So, and anytime you can have a plant in your home that continues to grow past the time that you bought it, you know, you bring something home, it's got beautiful blooms on it, the blooms die off, and then you wait and see what happens next. I know over the summer when it got really damp down here in the basement, I was overwatering some of my plants and I was getting a little bit of mildew on the soil. That's not a good thing. Anyway, here I am knitting away on this sock. I hope you're working on something fun as well. This is a Lion Brand yarn. I think I got it a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I've had it for a while. I mean, it looks like it's pretty well done. Sockies. Yeah. 75 wool, 25 nylon. So it's fairly standard. Super fine. It's a number 1 if you know the numbers. I don't fully understand the numbers yet. They're kind of new to me, but. And then I'm sure there will be another sock to cast on in December. I just have to decide which one. And I was working on my whatever sweater. Maybe I'll just pick that up and show you part of it. Oh, the other night, a couple of nights ago, I was up. I couldn't sleep, which can happen from time to time. But let me just see. I know it's right here beside me. There. This is the Briggs & Little whatever sweater. So can't really see it. I mean, there's the top. For the increase here, I did a bit of an eyelet because I thought that would be fun. And I am here. So you know what I have to do next. I've got to find the wool in my closet and get the skein winder out, the ball winder, and get it ready for the next because I really want to finish that sweater. I cast it on Christmas Day, I think, last year. I did the 12 Days of Christmas cast on, and it was one of them, but I think it was the first one, I think. So it would be nice. I would say I'm 2/3 of the way through the body. The last one I made, I decided to do just little cap sleeves. Excuse me. And then as I was wearing it, I didn't like it. So I unpicked the edge that I put on it and picked it up to knit sleeves again, and it's still in my bag. I'm not too sure what the problem is because I can work with, 72 to 84 stitches on tiny needles to make socks and go around how many times, right? So 60, 20, that's 80, 30, 80, 30, 20, 15, 100, 160 plus the toe. I can do all that knitting. But when it comes to a sweater, I seem to have a bit of a roadblock. And the only way to fix that is to fix this mental block that I have about it. And I'm not too sure yet how that's going to happen. But it will. I have to just kind of let it go and stop stressing about it. And yeah, so there you have it. I just put this down. I'm not sure where I am now. Yeah, one more needle. So what are you working on? Let me know. Let's have a chat about this. So we're coming up. This Sunday is Reign of Christ. And then next Saturday evening, we're doing at Linden Park Community Church, free, potluck, family, supper, and games night. And it's to celebrate New Year's Eve because the last day before Advent 1 is New Year's Eve in the church cycle. So I like to celebrate that as a New Year's Eve as we leap into the next year. And I actually celebrate it more than I do the actual New Year's Eve because I'm not a big fan of New Year's Eve. But this to me seems to ring more true for me. A chance to start again. And as we head into Advent, we'll be looking between now and Easter, we'll be looking at the book of the Gospel of Luke. So many weeks studying Luke's Gospel, and I'm really excited about that. So something new, fresh, exciting. Our poinsettias will be placed before that Sunday, and we get different colors. They're absolutely beautiful. What I'm missing this year is my choir. I only have a few people in the choir. And last year we did a cantata, so the music of the season has been missing for me. But that'll pick up. It'll be just wonderful, and I know that the favorite carols will be sung, and people will get into that holiday Christmas spirit as they're able and as they want to. Anyway, back to my sock. So I've gone around again. I think I'm at 1, 2, 3. So this would be 36 rounds, and I do 60. Yeah. So 2 more repeats of the pattern. No. That's not quite how I wanted to say that. It doesn't matter. So each pattern set is 4 rounds, and I count 12, so that's times 3. So it's 12. So I have 24 rounds. Took me a second. I'm not a math person, and sometimes doing it in my head just goes out the window. So today for lunch, I made some corn chowder. I had some leftover corn from last night, so I quickly peeled up a medium-sized potato, chopped it fairly small, put it in the pot with a little bit of red bell pepper for color, some celery, and a little tiny onion, and heated that up. And then to finish it, I mashed it a little bit. I used my handheld blender and added a bit of milk, and then I used my biscuit mixture, my pancake mixture, and made up little drop biscuits in the muffin tin. So we had fresh, warm biscuits and hot soup on a November day, which is wonderful. And when you're sitting and you're knitting and you're watching YouTubes or watching a movie or whatever, it was just perfect. The only thing I haven't done yet is lit the candles, and I will do that and make it all nice and warm and cozy in our little basement home. Anyway, I hope you have had or will have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this, and that whatever you're working on, be it socks or mittens or scarves, there's still time to get a small item, a bulky scarf done. Wouldn't that make a nice mitten too? Ooh, gotta think about that. Yeah, I think so. Let me just bring it in a little bit closer. It's got a slip stitch, so it looks like a cable, but it's not. There's still time for gift giving, so a small scarf. I did a video last year, and if I have an opportunity, I'll try to link it here below, on last minute gift givings and simple scarf patterns. So there you have it. I hope this has been a blessing in some way for you, and that you are a blessing to those around you. Keep crafting, keep smiling. This is Doll from Doll Can Create, coming to you live from Hamilton Mountain, Ontario, Canada. Enjoy. God bless.